Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalia and today I'm going to guide you through a yin yoga class focusing on self-love and the heart. For our practice, you will need a yoga mat, 2 blocks, a blanket and a bolster. So go and get yourself set up and I'll meet you back on the mat. Let's begin in Sukasana, easy pose. Come to sit up onto your blanket. I really love to sit up onto the blanket because it creates a really nice posture. By sitting on the blanket, we create more space within our torso and it also improves the length of our spine. You can choose whichever leg you would like crossed out in front of you. Feeling your 2 sit bones ground down onto the earth. Place your hands onto your lap, and as you take a deep inhale through the nose, on the exhale, gently close your eyes. Start to draw your attention inwards towards your breath, focusing on the inhales and the exhales. We're going to begin our practice with some pranayama, and pranayama stands for life force because our breath is our life. And what this does, it connects your mind and body as one, focusing right here in the present moment. With your own time and rhythm, as you inhale, count for 6. Once you reach to the very top, you can exhale and count for 6. And this 6 count breath slows down our breathing, centers our heart and our mind into where we are right now. Taking this time to connect with your breath, to go inwards, is the beginning of loving yourself. Welcome home. Taking one last round of your 6 count breath here. And at the end of your exhale, you can gently float your eyes open. Let's begin in Velasana, a wide-legged child's pose. Start to shift your weight forward into all fours and remove your blanket to the side. Bring your big toes together, knees as wide as you would like them. Reach your hips back towards your heels. Option to not use any props at all, or if you would like a more restorative pose, you can place the bolster in the center of the mat and lay your chest down. As you breathe in, stretch and walk your hands out forward, and gently lay your forehead onto the earth. Reaching your hips back towards your heels. You can shrug your shoulders away from your ears letting go of any tension in the upper back. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw, and ground yourself into this pose. In Yin Yoga, we hold the poses for around 3 to 5 minutes. And what this does, it allows the connective tissue, the deep tissue within our body to open up. And this openness allows any blockages that we've been holding on to be released. So take this time to connect with your breath and feel the opening at the back of your heart space. Taking your last breath in here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Gently lift your forehead from the earth and walk your palms back in towards your body, transferring your weight into all fours. Align your hips to be stacked directly above your knees. Moving into our next pose, which is quarter dog pose. Fold your right forearm to make a frame for your forehead. As you inhale, extend your left arm out in front of you. On the exhale, melt your chest down towards the earth, resting your forehead onto your right forearm. Take slow and deep breaths here. And we'll be holding this pose for another 2 minutes. Just as yoga is a practice, so is loving yourself. You must carve out time just for you. With practice and with time, both challenging asanas and feeling good about who you are will come naturally. So take this time to express gratitude towards yourself for showing up today, for taking the time out for you to practice and show yourself some love. Taking your last breath in here, and then on the exhale, slowly walk your palms back up towards your body into all fours. Moving through to the left side, place your left forearm down on towards the mat to create a frame for your forehead. As you inhale, extend your right arm long, and then on the exhale, let your forehead rest down onto your left palm. Melting your chest down towards the earth, finding that opening through the back of our body, letting that light enter through the cracks of our ribs, and with each breath feeling that rib cage expand and contract. The longest and most intimate relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. It's so important to love and accept yourself exactly as you are. Instead of coming from a place of lack or fear, having unkind thoughts about yourself, or thinking that you need to change your body to look a certain way, I encourage you to accept yourself exactly as you are and fill yourself up with the love of your own heart, because you do not need to change anything about you. You do not need to have these negative thoughts. When you love and accept yourself fully, you are whole. Taking your last breath in here, and then on the exhale, gently walk your palms up towards your body, meeting back in all fours. Start to shift your weight back onto your bottom and extend your legs out to the side, making our way into dragonfly pose. I like to grab my blanket and place it under my sit bones. This is a really great modification if you have tight hamstrings and hips, as it creates more space within the body for you to lean forward. Take a hold of your bolster and place it in the center of your mat. Keep your knees rolled out and your toes are pointing skyward. As you inhale, gently walk your hands forward, and on the exhale, melt your body to lay onto your bolster. And while we hold this pose for 3 minutes, I want you to ask yourself a question. How do I feel emotionally? And really check in with yourself and how you feel. Taking your last breath in through the nose, and then on the exhale, slowly walk your palms back up towards your body. Remove your bolster towards the side and draw your knees in towards your chest. If you are sitting on a blanket, you can remove that to the side also. And then we're going to gently make our way into a supported fish pose. Come to sit on your mat. Take your 2 blocks and choose whatever side suits you best. You can also place a bolster over the blocks. And whatever variation you choose, make sure that your head and neck are supported. As you take a deep breath in, on the exhale, slowly transfer your weight back. The first block should be supporting your spine, and then the second block will be supporting your head. Throughout the class, we have opened up the back of our body and the back of our heart space. And this supported fish pose opens up the front cavity of the heart, allowing all of the beautiful light and energy that we've cultivated throughout our practice to enter through your heart space. So while we sit in this open position, I'd like you to say a positive affirmation with me. I deeply love who I am and who I'm growing to be. I deeply love who I am and who I'm growing to be. Taking your last breath here, and then on the exhale, gently and slowly place your hands beside you and walk your body back up to a seated position. Remove your blocks to the side, and we're going to make our way back into all fours. Flowing into our next pose, which is sleeping pigeon. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist, left foot towards your left wrist. Extend your left leg behind you and place your bolster in the center of your mat. I like to place a block underneath my right hip for extra support. And as you breathe in, on the exhale, gently melt your chest down towards the earth. I like to think of this pose as giving yourself a big hug, especially at the moment where it's been really tough to connect physically with friends and family. So a little self-love hug can go a long way. Take slow and deep breaths here as we hold this pose for another 2 minutes. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and then on the exhale, blink your eyes open. Slowly walk your palms back up towards your body and shift that right leg back into all fours. From here, just wiggle your hips side to side, releasing any tension from your hips and lower back. We're going to move straight into the left side now. Bring your left knee towards your left wrist, right foot towards your right hand. Extend the right leg behind you and place that block underneath your left hip. This is optional. If you have the space in your body, you don't have to place the block underneath your hip. As you take a deep breath in, on the exhale, melt your chest down towards the earth. In Sleeping Swan, we are learning to be in our body, even when it's uncomfortable. The Buddhists have a saying, strong back, soft front, meaning know your worth and meet the world with an open heart. This pose helps you absorb this message on a physical level by developing strong back muscles and an open chest. Remember, you are strong and you are worth it. Taking your final breath here, and then on the exhale, float your eyes open. Gently walk your palms in towards your body, swing your back leg around to the front, and remove your bolster to the side. Extend your legs out in front of you and place your blocks to the side just so they're close by. Gently make your way onto one hip and then roll onto your back, coming into a supine position. We're going to make our way into a supported bridge pose. Place your feet down onto the earth, bend your knees, and as you breathe in, extend your hips up towards the sky. On the exhale, place your block underneath your hips. You may also choose to use a bolster instead of the block. You can either stay here in supported bridge or extend your legs out in front of you for Pontoon Pose. Honoring how your body feels and what it needs right now in the moment. If this feels nice, you may also extend your arms up and over your head and take a hold of each elbow. Feeling the nice stretch through your psoas muscles and hip flexors. Close down your eyes, relax your forehead, relax your jaw, and focus on your breathing. With your next breath, walk your feet down onto the mat. Release your hands from your elbows and place them by your side. With your next breath, we're going to lift our hips up towards the sky. Remove the bolster or the block from underneath your hips and lower your hips down onto the earth. From here, we're going to move into a supine twist. You can choose whichever variation of supine twist that you like most. Today I'm choosing an open variation. So place your right foot on top of your left knee and then heel toe your left foot over to the side. On the exhale, drop your knees over to the right. You can choose to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. This supine twist pose is a really great way to ground our body into the earth. It shifts our focus from how our body looks to how much it can do. Having one hand on the low belly helps us access our intuition. With the hand that's over your navel, take deep, full breaths. Feel your belly swell with each inhalation, connecting you to our vital life force. Bring your awareness to your hand that's placed over your heart, connecting you to the true source of nature and unconditional love. With your next breath, gently float your eyes open. Shift your legs back to a neutral position, planting both feet down into the earth. Bend your knees and take slow, deep breaths. When you're ready, move over to the left side. Plant your right foot down onto the mat. Your left foot goes on top of your right knee. Start to heel toe your foot over to the side, and on the exhale, drop your knees over to the left. Place your hands onto your belly. Close your eyes and turn your attention inwards towards your heart. Be still and quiet, and take this time to witness your innermost self. Drop down beneath the mind chatter and into the cave of your heart, and listen there for your inner voice. With your next breath, gently bring your legs back into a neutral position. Plant both feet down into the earth, knees are bent. Take a hold of your block and place it close beside you. As you inhale, lift your hips up towards the sky and place the block underneath your sacrum. Make sure it's on the flattest side. From here, extend your feet up towards the sky, making your way into waterfall pose. This pose is a restorative inversion that has many health benefits. This pose can help reduce lower back pain and stress. It also helps your blood circulation. As the blood rushes down from your feet, it promotes fresh oxygen through your heart and around your circulatory system, relieving any tension or fatigue from the legs, feet, and hips. With your next breath, gently lower your legs down towards the earth, planting your feet into the mat. Push your heels down in towards the mat as you lift your hips and remove your block to the side. From here, we're going to make our way into laying butterfly. You can either roll over to one side and come up to a seated position to place your bolster behind your back, or you can stay laying on the mat. Bring the soles of your feet to touch, knees splay out open, and let your spine melt down onto your bolster. Draw the heels in as close as they can towards your pelvis for a more deeper stretch, or if you would like a more relaxed pose, you can move your feet away from the pelvis. Option to place a block under each knee for more support, or if you would like a more deeper stretch, you can let gravity assist your knees down towards the earth. This heart opener pose is accessible and freeing. It requires faith to lean back into the unknown, and it teaches us that we have our own backs. Enjoy the freedom and the expansiveness of your amazing body through this important heart-opening shape. With your next breath, gently draw your knees back to a neutral position, planting both feet down onto the mat. You can roll over to one side and remove your bolster from behind you. Draw your knees in towards your chest, extend one leg up to the sky and then the other, taking a hold on the outer edge of your feet, making our way into happy baby. Feeling the lower part of your sacrum ground down into the earth, neutralizing our spine after this beautiful practice. Let's take 3 deep breaths here all together. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Place the hands under the knees and gently draw your legs together. From here, we're going to hug the knees in towards the chest. You can roll over to one side and set up for your final resting pose, Shavasana. I like to place a bolster underneath my knees and a blanket on top to make sure that I'm nice and cozy. When you're ready, gently close your eyes. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. And as you take a deep breath in, quiet down your mind. There is a Zen proverb that says, "Silence isn't empty, it is full of answers." So allow this Shavasana to be a peaceful time for you to fill your cup with all of the self-love that you are deserving of. Thank you for joining me in this 1 hour yin yoga class for self-love. I hope you know that you are loved, you are important, and you are enough. You can stay here for as long as you need. Namaste.